Hi everybody, I'm Lynn Share, also known as Redgrave Jones, the name of this channel. Today I'm going to show you how I practice triads. This is about an intermediate level, so you need to know how triads work, major and minor at least. It helps if you know the finger numbers with the inversions. You need to know what inversions are, and I am going to tell you finger numbers and everything. And this practicing different ways to play chords with arpeggios, and I have a couple exercises I'm going to show you. It's a great way to develop dexterity between your 10 fingers and 2 hands, and also to develop the muscle memory that you need as you move forward and become a more advanced player. Things to think about: finger numbers. Use the right finger numbers. I will tell you what finger numbers to use, and you got to use them. If you don't, it will just bite you in the butt later on, because your muscle memory will get confused and it'll either take long to develop or it'll be a mess. So when you use the right finger numbers all the time, that's how your muscles remember. They learn what triad and first inversion feels like, and developing your muscle memory will get you to the place where you don't need to look at your hands much at all, and that's really where you want to get to. I mean, if you really want to get good. Number 2, metronome. I use a metronome in every way that I practice, whether I'm playing classical song, whether I'm playing scales, arpeggios, improvising. I also practice without a metronome, but I always implement it, especially when I'm working on technique and things like muscle memory. I always say that the piano, it's very percussive. For me, it's more of a percussive instrument, which means that I'm playing the drums with each one of my fingers. And so I need to train these fingers not only to play the right notes, but to play the right notes in time. What is music without time? There will be 2 separate exercises in this video that I'll break down and that you can practice in different ways. The first exercise is playing arpeggios up and down the keyboard in major and minor keys. So if this is totally new for you, you'll want to start with just the right hand and then the left hand, and then work at putting them together. I'm going to start just in the key of C, and with the right hand, I like to play when I'm doing just one hand. I'll just do the whole length of the keyboard. So I'm using fingers 1, 2, and 3. Thumb goes under. So now I'm just kind of doing quarter notes. Now doing 8th notes, 1 and 2 and 3. So then I'll do my left hand, and then you put them together. I'm not gonna go up and down the whole length of the keyboard because nobody wants to hear that unless it's just you by yourself. So what I'll do is, it depends on my mood. I might just go into minor, but I might just go up in half steps. So then I'll do D flat. So the flat keys are fun with arpeggios because they start with fingers 2 in the left hand, 4 in the right hand, which seems really weird at first, but then once you start to do it, you realize why those are the right finger numbers. The thing with finger numbers, the piano, is when you use the right finger numbers, it feels good. Like the piano, I feel like more than any other instrument I've played, it just feels good. Like your fingers were they made it for your fingers. Whereas like the guitar, you get all contort. And I played the saxophone in 4th grade, and it's just really uncomfortable. The piano, when you use the right finger numbers, it's comfortable. It feels right. So let me see, where was I? So I'll go back down. So going back down the right hand, it's 4, 2, 1, 4, 2, 1, 4, 2, 1. The left hand is 2, 4, 1, 2, 4, 1, 2, 4, 1. And then you'll do it with both hands. So you could do it this way, going up and down chromatically in half steps, or you could go through the circle of fifths. And so I can go from, say, C to G, and then do. So most of the sharp keys, you know, G, D, E, B, A, what am I missing? They all pretty much use the same finger numbers. And then the flat keys pretty much use all the same finger numbers too, except for G flat is going to use the same finger numbers as like C, D, E. Also, if you really like this video and you like my channel, please subscribe and like this video. If you think somebody else might enjoy it, share it. I would really appreciate that. Do it right now. Okay, thanks. Then I might do minors. So minors are kind of the same fingering. Yeah. So it'll be, if I do C minor, 1, 2, 3, thumb under in the right hand, and then 5, 3, 2 in the left hand. And then we'll jump over with the third finger. So one of the things that I like to think about, because, you know, unlike a scale, you know, you're moving in thirds and fourths. So that fourth interval is a pretty big jump. And what I like to feel like when I'm crossing over or under the pivot finger, so in this case, the G, I use that as like a springboard. So I press, and push off to jump that fourth interval. And then you don't really, when you're crossing over, I kind of can push off with my first finger on the C. So I've got 5, 3, 2. So kind of push off with that C. C, G, E, push off, push off, push off. And it's kind of like, you know, choreography for your fingers. Next, exercise 2 is playing the triads up and down the keyboard in their subsequent inversions. I think that's the right word, subsequent. So I'll start, like I said, if this is the first time you've done anything like this, start with just the right hand. So I'm in C major triad, and I'm gonna go up to first inversion, fingers 1, 2, 5, second inversion, fingers 1, 3, 5, root position, and I'll just keep going up like that. It's always a little harder to go down. Whoops. And sometimes so then I'll practice the left hand up and down, then I'll practice both. And you see, after a while, you don't have to think about it. Sometimes I kind of need to look there, have to look. The right hand I can probably do without looking. Maybe not. But I don't have to really pay much attention. And so, again, you'll practice these with quarter notes. No pedal. 1, 2, and again up and down. But I'm not gonna bore you with that. But you'll do it when you practice, because repetition is how your muscles remember, right? That's why I go up and down the whole keyboard. And so if I'm practicing this with the metronome and I'm not nailing it repetitively, slow down. Always slow down. If your fingers aren't doing what you want them to, you're not hitting the right finger numbers, slow down. It's always better to play the right notes with the right fingers slower than the wrong notes, the wrong fingers fast. Then you can do minor keys. So let's do B flat minor, not B flat minor. So 1, 3, 5. And so you'll see the thing with piano and music in general that I just love, it's all patterns. And everything that you do, the way the piano is set up, everything that I do in the right hand, I do opposite in the left hand, right? So here I'm in root position. First inversion, I'm 5, 3, 1 in the left hand, and I'm 1, 2, 5 in the right hand. Then when I go to second inversion, I'm 5, 2, 1 in the left hand, and I'm 1, 3, 5 in the right hand. So this is a great way to get your fingers to feel more at home on the piano. Whether you're playing like classically and mostly reading music, or whether you're playing improvisationally, practicing chords and scales, just train your fingers to feel at home on the keyboard and will help you instinctively know where to go next. So I hope this video was useful to you. And if you have any questions, comments, nice ones, leave them in the comments below. And if there's anything you want to learn, let me know and I'll make a video about it if I can. All right, thank you so much for being here. Bye.